welcome to the Mexico Grand Prix review. And I have a lot of things to say, so this might take a while. First thing first, what the is going on with the 10-second penalty for Hamilton? What the actual man? What is really, guys? Come on! You did in 2020. Come on, guys! Really? I can watch the highlights now and tell you from what I'm seeing. It like genuinely, what was that? Come on, guys. And besides Max going off the track multiple times, and I mean multiple times. I mean, nothing you can hear that, but anyway. Let's start. I'm gonna start now. The Ferraris were side by side coming down turn one. It was three wide, four wide actually. Max goes very wide, and he's off the track into advantage actually. Overtakes three positions. Max overtook three positions in turn one. Three positions! And he didn't get a penalty. That's just chaos. I'm watching the highlights right now as I'm telling you what's going on. And right afterwards, Max almost gets his wing clipped. I mean, he genuinely cannot deal with losing the position by the looks of it. Even Russell is in the fight. I mean, he lost the positions, but still, he had an advantage. And right afterwards, a little traffic jam happens. Oh shit. Oh shit. And one of Aston Martin drivers, probably Stroll, spun somehow on the first sector. I don't want to laugh. And there it goes. Of course it's Stroll. I mean, the whole situation of the starts is just unfair on its own. Hold up, hold the... I just realized that. Williams... Williams and a V-Carb collided. Williams and a V-Carb collided, exiting turn one. I just found that out right now. Well, short, but didn't check that much. That is... They didn't say anything about that. And the Mercedes of Russell, I think, also got an advantage. Yeah, Russell also got an advantage. He cut the whole turn 1 and 2. Same as Max. So why didn't Russell get a penalty? Watch the replay of, or watch the onboard of Russell. You'll see what I mean by Russell Bin Laden. Yeah, it's either Sainz or Albon. This is when they say the two are rivals section when they're side by side. How the actual what? So he just cut the whole section. He gained at least 2 seconds. It was side by side, and Max just decided to leave the track. This isn't a rally. You're trying to copy off my previous video, and you should watch it if you haven't. Why are you trying to? Oh my days! He had way too much Red Bull, and then Russell gets an advantage. He's right next to Hamilton. Took me a while to say. And then he makes it's almost three wide. So Hamilton gets out of Russell, and then he goes back side by side with Max. So if you know anything about Max, that is not a good idea. Locks up, and then goes off to the skip road, okay? Yellow flag. Okay. That's like around the same gap Max did. Bearman, Bearman has. I'm genuinely impressed nobody realizes. For a second, Bearman was P3. Let that sink in. How did Bearman, Oliver Bearman, in P3? This is like Stroll not crashing on the formation lap during in rain on Sao Paulo ground. Like seriously, man. What the? How the hell does this shit happen? He's fighting Max, and he gets ahead. And Max, of course, he has to make a correction. It. Oh my fucking days. That's insane. Tense. Oh my. What about Max? What about Russell? They're only looking at Hamilton. Racist fuckers. Racist, racist. I'm calling racism. I'm calling dibs on racism. They did it in 2020. One day, I fucking swear, if they say it was so good, we have to do it again. I'm gonna be so mad. How do you give him a penalty? He's locked up. Where do you want him to go? I I just realized it. I have a feeling deep down, Mercedes and Red Bull are paying the FIA to be biased. It's just that feeling, you know? He said if you leave a track and get an advantage, it is a 10-second penalty. Max should have already had the lap record by now with the amount of times he's gone off the track. To a judge have done it. Max and Russell, but he's way off the track over there. With side by side by Behrman and Max. Okay, go to the replay. Lap 6. At, I don't know, turn 4 or 5, I think it is. Or 6 maybe. After that mini straight. It's before that. Look at Russell. He's way off the track. That is that is just unfair. Oh my goodness, man. Here's the thing. When I saw Piastri fighting with the Red Bull, I genuinely thought that was Max. Until I realized it was Sonoda. That was Sainz said the car is jumping in the pit lane. There's a lot of meanings to that, Sainz, and I don't know which one it is, and I don't want to know which one it means. The chili man sounds so funny when he like there's a problem with the car. Yep, there's a problem with the car. Blah blah blah. Not to be rude, but if you it's the chili man and the Spaniard accent just goes so well. It's gone like this, and why are all the mechanics helmets for Williams still having the Golf? That's weird for the Golf livery. Speeding, but he can barely see the in dashboard. How do you want him to know his speed? Doesn't he have the pit limiter on? So if he has the pit limiter on and it's green, how is he speeding? That's weird. In pit, 12 seconds, and he's still not doing it. Turn one collision. Turn one. That wasn't turn one. This thing, the wrong shit for the wrong corner. Behrman and Ocon are in the top 10. What the Max, you cannot be complaining, buddy. You cannot be complaining, and they didn't even say anything about Lawson being out. They're arguing with Max over when to pit. And what is Max like? Yep, yep. No, no, no. For fuck's sake. They're showing a very intense battle between Ocon and Albon. Switcheroo. Why doesn't he do the fucking switcheroo? Yeah, that's why you should have fucking focused. It just doesn't seem right to see the Red Bull icon in 15th. It's just that thing you know that's not right. Oh no, let's see. Let's- There's Russell speaking respectfully to his engineer saying, I got a car in my... That words I'm not saying. I'll say, I got a car up my fucking arse. And you talking too much is not helping, okay? I'm trying to keep the car running. Russell, just fucking drive, man. Just, dude, dude. You're famous for Russell Bin Laden, man. You can't be talking. A car much quicker than ours. I'm trying to hold position. Bro, get this guy out of here. You are not in 2022, bro. Just get out of here. Oh, this is when the drivers swap with Russell and Kimmy. You're happy to give the position back. Okay, listen here, Russell. You're barely happy enough to be driving, and yet you're complaining of a car behind you. Piastri is just staring him down. That little, I'm not gonna say it, that little Aussie. So if Mercedes knew his tires were fucked, then why did they make him pit so early? Yeah, that's not right. Of course it's Mercedes asking to swap positions. Like, what were you thinking? Come on, guys. The commentator knows what to say for this matter. Well, good luck with that. Piastri's right there. And then they just see it on board. They just hear Tasmanian Devil sound. Anyway, Karen got here. Nothing. Bergman was actually P3 for a little while, which I find impressive. 4 seconds to Leclerc. God damn. No, not great. No. Another defensive move Hamilton can't offer. What is, what is going on? What is Behrman doing in P3? What the How is nobody just questioning his existence in a podium position? He needs a way more recognition. Okay, it's now been 15 minutes now. Alright, you've heard me and watched me watch the review. Um, so you can see from my facial expressions, I'm not very pleased with that shit. I'm gonna make a video complaining to the FIA. No, I'm gonna do it now. Why is that man? Ah!